Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Robert Weichelt with EXP. I've got a great guest today I want to introduce you to here in a second, but us agents, we always get leads. We've got cold leads, warm leads, hot leads. The hot leads we're staying on top of. The warm leads we may follow up with, but what are you doing with the cold leads? Let's focus on that today. I've got my good friend Giltron from Live AI. He's going to talk to you today about what you're doing with the cold leads. So Gil, tell us a little bit about your process.
Hi, Robert. Thanks so much for inviting me to your webinar. And hi, everyone. I'd love to talk to you about what we're doing with cold leads. But before I talk about cold leads and how we're doing things to nurture them for you automatically, I'd like to sort of talk about why we're doing this, right? So as Robert mentioned, most of you guys over the years bought leads, nurtured leads, some converted, some didn't. End of the day, we all have these leads somewhere on a CRM, somewhere on a database, okay? We haven't touched these leads. We really don't know if they're interested, but chances are at some point in time, they'll be interested. It might take a few months. It might take a whole year. Most of us really don't touch these leads. They're cold. From our perspective, they're dead. Live was meant to do exactly this, which is nurture, sort of revive, if you will, these leads, bring them back to the front and make them high intent for you completely automatically, completely scalably, so you don't have to do anything. Literally give you a competitive advantage as an agent to know exactly what these leads are interested in, when they're interested, and give you all of the things you need to communicate with them, whether it's the channel, time of day, and what to talk to them about to be able to help you convert them in a better way. So we've built a system. I'd love to show it to you. And that system does exactly this. It's a combination of a user-based system for consumers, buyers, sellers, investors, to continuously nurture them and let them play with and get things they couldn't get anywhere else, combined with a AI-based marketing automation nurturing engine that targets individuals very specifically with their specific needs and sends them premium content to get them to be interested in coming to the platform, getting answers to the questions they have, things they couldn't find anywhere else, or keeping them on a slow simmer. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, maybe in a few months. Eventually, they'll be interested because they're now ready to buy or sell a property. We'd like to continuously nurture them and engage them automatically, scalably, without you having to do anything, fully managed for you, so that when the time comes and they are ready, they'll be able to come to the platform, start playing with the platform. And as they play with the platform, they search, they find, they create alerts, they save, they share, they read, they view, they leave breadcrumbs, behavioral breadcrumbs for us that we track, that we put into our AI model and figure out if they're closer or further away from buying or selling a home. High intent is going up or going down. We present all this to you in a very easy to understand way. In a dashboard that gives you all the information. Let me show you what it looks like so you understand. So Robert, can you let me share my screen?
Yes, absolutely. Let's do that. Let's make you co-host, my friend. There you go. You are now host. Go for it.
Great, thank you. So I'll share my screen. I'll let you see the system. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm going to start actually right here. Okay, so agents. So the idea is very simple. Agents have lots and lots and lots of what we call aged leads, dead leads, leads they haven't touched. Okay, agents bring us these leads. Why? Because we've built a system that allows us to nurture them completely automatically for them. It's a simple subscription. It's a low cost of $100 a month. Bring us up to 2,000 your leads. Okay, bring to the system, load them up on the system. The system tracks these leads. This is an example. And when you click on a lead in your platform, and of course you can search based on, you can sort these leads out based on intent and activity and a whole range of other things. When you end up with a lead, okay, in the system, you get a dashboard, and the dashboard provides to you all the information you ever wanted to know about this lead and what they're looking at, right? Imagine this lead is coming to the platform, reading, sharing, saving, alerting themselves, creating searches, finding things, viewing things, a whole range of activities. These activities are being tracked in a real time. Every week, we look at everything they've done throughout the week, and we chart intent over time, activity over time. We give you a graph so you know if it's going up or going down. Why? Because the idea is that as we track this, it allows us to understand their intent level and their activity level. And it allows you, the agent, to understand when's the right time to talk to them. Some of us might want to talk to a lead when they're high intent and high activity. Some of us might want to start the discussion when they're only medium intent. It's absolutely fine, but you get to see this in real time and track what people are doing, what their name is. Are we nurturing them? Maybe we are, maybe we're not. Are they buyers? Are they sellers? Are they investors? Our system tracks down what they read, what they look at, what they search for, and gauges their intent to be a buyer or a seller. We obviously verify all the information we have. We send them emails, we send them text messages, we send them social media messages. We understand which of these channels is verified, meaning they respond back to it, and which one is not. We want to let you know which one is the best channel to communicate with them. So we'll tell you, listen, this is the channel they respond to the most, whether it's email, whether it's phone, whether it's text, whatever it is. So you know that when you do talk to them, this is their preferred method of communication. We'll tell you when they're active during the day, when they're on our system, when are they doing something with our platform. And that's usually the best time to talk to them because they're obviously not working. If they were working, they wouldn't be on the platform. If they're on the platform, they have time to look for real estate. This is prime time to talk. So we'll tell you all of those things. We'll also tell you what they're searching for, right? So unlike when you buy a lead from a different source, say a Zillow or a Realty.com or a market leader, it doesn't matter what it is, okay? It's usually a name, a phone number, and an email. Here, you get a whole range, a holistic view of that lead. So we'll tell you what they're searching for, not just the last property we're in, but everything we're tracking in the last few months. We've also built a computer vision set of models that allows us to understand what the preferences are of a specific home and an individual searching for that specific home. So whether they like high ceilings, curb appeal, premium kitchen, nightlife, et cetera, and I'll show you what it looks like from a consumer perspective in just a minute. But as we tell you what they're looking for, we'll also give you a set of properties that match their specific needs. So we'll tell you, look, if you talk to that individual, talk to them during this time of the day, talk to them using this communication method, talk to them about their preferences, and also show them the properties that actually meet their specific needs. This is something you track on a daily basis if you want to, or you just need to get your alerts on your phone. We'll tell you when somebody's high intent. We'll tell you when somebody's high activity. You don't have to come in here all day long to see what's happening with your leads. We'll send you a notification. Of course, feel free to come here and take a look at any one of these leads at any point in time, or just wait for a notification for the leads you care about. Okay, so that's the dashboard. That's the sort of high-level view of what an agent looks to in the platform. What does a user look for in the platform? Why would they even read our emails and come here? So again, I mentioned we send them premium content on a weekly basis. What is that content like? It could be infographics. It could be market reports. It could be statistics about specific cities, neighborhoods, regions, or national level statistics. It could be market trends. What's the market doing from a real estate perspective? Where is the interest rate going to go to? It could be specific things about buyers or sellers. For example, if you were to renovate your home before you sell it, what's the ROI on specific things? Is it best for you to renovate or not? Will you make more money or not? Will you get more buyers, or will you sell in less amount of time or not, right? So we want to be able to provide these buyers and sellers, potential buyers and sellers, information that's absolutely critical and relevant for them as they think about coming into this market and becoming a buyer or a seller again, or for the first time. We do this on behalf of the agent. So every email that comes out has a picture of you, all your contact information, and all this beautiful content that's created very, very much graphically for the buyer or seller. Why? Because even if they're not interested today, we want you to be top of mind for them. Always seeing your picture, always knowing you send them premium content they can't get anywhere else. Once they get the content, they can interact with it. These emails are interactive. They can click it. They can move sliders around, search from the email. Literally, we've built an email environment that ports all of our platform into the email itself. So an email is interactive. And because you've given us their name, their email, their phone number, we have a unique identifier, and we can start tracking their intent from the email itself. Unlike most other platforms, they don't have to register. They don't have to come in here and log in. They can, of course, but they don't have to. We track their intent and all they're doing from the time they open the email. Okay, so what can they do on our platform? Well, I mentioned to you that they can search, right? So unlike a regular search, most searches in any platform have a property type, a price, a size, square feet, bedrooms, bathrooms, maybe parking, maybe view, maybe bargain price, price reduced, all of those things, right? And of course, as you come in here and you can change prices, show me all the properties that are, up to 400,000. Okay, so the system will do that. Show me all the properties that are 3-bedroom plus. Okay, system will do that, right? But what we've done is we've built a set of computer vision models. We look at a home holistically, like a human would, like an agent would. So when you go into a home, you immediately know, is it stylish? Is it beautiful? Does it have curb appeal? Is it spacious? Is it renovated? Does it have a premium looking kitchen? Does it have a spa looking bathroom, right? So we've built these models looking at a home holistically across all rooms together, and we allow people to search based on these things. So let me show you, right? So if you can see here, premium kitchen, spaciousness, curb appeal, designer details. So let's say I don't want curb appeal, but I do want designer details. Okay, it's important to me. So as you can see in real time, the system sorts itself out based on the things we inputted, right? We care about. So you don't want kitchen, you don't want kitchen. You want up a floor plan, put up a floor plan. System sorts itself out in real time from the MLS, showing you all the properties that meet those specific criteria for the people, right? So instead, unlike Zillow, instead of looking at 400 properties, okay, and 3,000 images, you now can see only the ones you care about. Okay, so every property here, I'm going to click just one of them. Every property here has ranking. Okay, we didn't care about curb appeal, 3 out of 5. System that you don't care, that's no big deal. Okay, you can of course come back here, disclose this, change curb appeal. Okay, you see it's very low, and put it high. I want curb appeal. Okay, so suddenly the ones that were curb appeal high, okay, or low, went away. Okay, we get curb appeal. Okay, so I'm just going to pick another property in random. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm just going to pick this one. Okay, so so again, ranking of all these things here. Okay, property analysis. We've built a nice property analysis for every property. And what you see here in the property analysis is if there's been a price change, give you a price change. If we think there's a different estimated value based on the images, we'll tell you what it is. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Okay. We give you all of the schools that are in the close proximity. So you look at them, of course, and this is not unique to Live. Many other portals give you the same. We might have put it in a nicer, easier way to consume. Okay, so it's nice and friendly. But this exists in other places as well. Of course, information about the school, how to contact the school. Of course, things about the neighborhood, because we know people care about neighborhoods. So demographics, ages, are you with kids? Are you older? Are you younger? You're going to have people around who are mostly your age or your kids' age. Education level, if that's important to you, less working class, more white collar, it's important. Income levels, you want to make sure you're at the right sort of income level. And again, the system will ultimately add more and more things. This is just version 1, just launched in in a limited distribution. We'll add crime rates, flood rates, flood zones, things like quality of air, driving distances, proximity to certain locations and other things. Anything that you might want to show your buyers and sellers will be here because that's what they're interested in. Weather patterns and a whole range of other things. Points of interest, of course, very important to a lot of people, is it whether it's restaurants, whether it's medical facilities, whether it's government buildings, whether it's banks, whether it's parks, all of those things, very important to people. And of course, your typical mortgage calculator. Eventually, we will be connected to all the databases that show us where's the best mortgage for your zip code. Who's the best mortgage broker to go to? Who's going to give you the best price? Because again, from our perspective, this is all value driven, value for the user, the consumer, the buyer and seller. There's never any ads in this platform, and it's completely free for buyers and sellers. Why? Because we believe that if we give them the best value, they'll just come here. They'll just do everything here. And as they do things here, as they track things, as they read, as they view, they'll eventually, with leaving us breadcrumbs, tell us if they're closer or further away from buying or selling a home. Why? Because when people are really buying or selling a home, they don't lie with their behavior. They don't just go online looking for properties when they're not, okay? They come here more often and spend more time doing more things. And that's when we track them and we allow you to know this is a live, hot, high intent person who wants to talk to an agent, okay? Of course, when they're your leads, everything points back to you. Everything points back to you, okay? So when they click contact an agent, or when they click contact an agent on your email, or when they share a property or anything else, it shows up with your information. You click contact an agent, it gets to you. It doesn't get to some other agent. It's all yours. Why? We want to connect them back to you. They may not remember you, but that's okay. Eventually, after 5, 6, 8, 10, whatever emails with your picture there all day long, all the time, staring at them, they'll make the connection. And because it's all premium content about the market, about their specific situation, about their property, about valuations, about appreciation, about interest rates, they'll eventually know that Robert has been sending me those great information. You know what? I should talk to Robert when I want to buy or sell. They obviously know what they're talking about. Why go to anyone else? Okay. Questions so far, Robert? Any questions for me?
You know what? So far, so good. I can tell you this. I'm taking so many notes. I definitely have some questions, but you know, this is fantastic. This is it's staying top of mind, which I really, really like.
Yeah.
And it's an automated way to stay top of mind. You know,
Absolutely.
it's fantastic. So no, this is great.
I'll keep on going. So now, why is this important? Why is the computer vision so added value? Why does it give you a competitive edge? I'll tell you. Because when your leads, when your clients to be want a specific thing, instead of you going to the MLS, wasting your time trying to look at all these images, figuring out what has curb appeal, what has, you know, what has style, what has designer details, the system will tell you all of this. So A, you can do the search from right here, or you can send your clients to the system, or your clients who've been here already are familiar with it. It's helped them narrow down their search and tell you, hey, Mr. Agent, Miss Agent, listen, here are the 3 properties I care about. I already found them on the system. It makes everybody's life much easier, right? So, you know, just if I increase this price to 1.4 million, just for the sake of the argument, okay? And I add things like, you know, I don't know, let's see, let's look at this one, okay? Let's look at this one, designer details, okay? So as you can see, beautiful home, okay? Lots and lots of very interesting features here. Obviously, beautiful fireplace, beautiful windows, okay? Bay windows, seating areas, beautiful kitchen, right? The system is very much attuned to how a human would be looking at this property, okay? Now, from here, where else can I send them? Well, I can send them to our insights section. What is the insights section? Insights section is trying to give our users, our buyers, sellers, investors, all the information they want all day long about the process, the buying and selling process. As you see here, we're looking at buyers, sellers, investors, and agents, okay? If I look at sellers or buyers, it's going to chart for me a very specific set of articles based on how a person goes through the journey of a seller, making up their mind, finding a listing agent, pricing their home, doing renovations and makeovers, staging and open houses, negotiation, closing. Why do we do this? Because we've learned that people have a hard time figuring out how to go through the process. So instead of going to Google and looking at 50 different articles and 50 different websites, we said they can just come here. This is a one-stop shop to give them everything they need, whether it's videos, podcasts, blogs, articles, research report, polls, statistics about the process, buyers, sellers, investors. And as they click and as they read specific things in specific sections, it tells us, hey, they're in the top of the funnel, just thinking about it. Bottom of the funnel, they're already negotiating, they're already doing something. That's okay, okay? It doesn't, you know, we may not, as agents, we may not get every lead to be the one that we can convert into a client, but it doesn't matter because even when they bought or sold a property, if they're your lead, guess what? They bought or sold, they're still your lead. We still nurture them after the transaction. Why? Once they bought or sold, now they're looking to, will my property appreciate? When's the next time I should sell it? should I renovate it, right? So we're nurturing them cradle to grave. You'll get them 5 or 10 times in their lifespan if they're your lead, not just the first time. We'll nurture them on and on and on until they convert a second time and a third time, because people do need to change. They change jobs, they grow their family, they grow older, they downsize or upsize. We'll get them all the time. We'll let you know all the time. So as they read, they give us indication of where they are in the process, okay? From here, I'm going to show you one more page we're working on, which I think is very cool, and that is their feed page. What's a feed page? And this is a mock-up. I apologize because we're just finishing it up. What's a feed page? So every one of our leads, if they do decide to log into the system and register, they get to be asked a number of questions through a wizard, and that will lead them to their own specific feed page, which is different for me than you and anybody else out there. Why? Because our needs are different. I might have a family with 3 kids. I might have younger and older kids. My kids might be going to college, or they might be going to school, elementary school. I might like parks. You might like proximity to your work. You might use public transportation. I might be using my own car. I want it close to the highway or escaping very quickly in the morning without any traffic jams. Some people might care about quality of air. Some people care about, crime rates or what have you. This feed page is going to give you all this information specifically to your needs. It's going to tell you where you are in the journey. It's going to recognize where you are in the journey in real time and change, based on where you are in the journey, based on what you do with the platform. It's going to give you an article that's relevant to that specific step in the journey, in case you don't know. Allow you to track your own property. So when's the right time to do something, whether it's refi, whether it's remodeling, whether it's sell it, right? We'll tell you all the things. We'll let you set alerts for various things. Tell me when my property is appreciated by X%. Tell me when my property is in sort of appearing in different searches, meaning people are searching for properties like mine. Tell me when my neighbor's property is selling. Tell me when I should refi because rates are down or it makes more sense, right? So we'll give you all the ways to, as an individual buyer or seller, look at these properties and set your own alerts for them, whether it's yours or somebody else's or what you're looking for. We'll tell you what the various basic searches are in your neighborhood. What are people searching for? So if you're a seller and they're searching for properties like yours, maybe it's the right time to sell. Okay, so we'll tell you what people are searching for. Very important for an agent to know. Very important for a seller and a buyer to know. We'll tell you in a specific neighborhoods. Okay, again, dashboards. What's the likelihood to sell? What's the price average? How long to sell a property? How long to buy a property? Right. So when you're looking at a specific neighborhood, we'll tell you all the statistics you should care about before you make a decision to buy or sell in that specific location. We'll tell you various properties that meet your specific needs based on the things you care about, those preferences I mentioned to you. And obviously, we'll zoom in on one of the properties and say, look, this is the best match. We'll even tell you, listen, don't buy this property as a user. Why? Because a better one will show up in the next few weeks. How do we know that? We know using computer vision, what are people searching for in a specific street? And we can say, based on past historical inventory levels and tracking all those properties and all those images, whether or not something like this or better will show up over a certain period of time. So we can help people make decisions on buying or avoiding to buy. We can tell you if the price is going to go down. Why? Because we know demand, what are people searching for, and current inventory supply. So we could say if there's more demand and not enough supply, it's likely to go up. If there's more supply and not enough demand, it's likely to go down. You should wait. So we'll give these people, every one of the people on the platform, better reasons to stay on the platform, to get answers to questions they couldn't get anywhere else, which is why they'll come here if they're interested. And all of our emails will drive them to this, will indicate what they can do with the platform all the time, completely free for them, of course, right? So we'll drive them to a platform, unlike other providers where they send emails about, hey, look at this property. Hey, look at this property. No, we're not going to go there. We'll only go there if you're actively searching. If you're not searching, showing your property makes no sense. We'll tell you about the market, about appreciation, about what's happening in your neighborhood, in your city, the real estate situation, mortgage rates. We'll tell you all of these things to make you an informed buyer or seller. But we want to hit you on the head with properties unless it's relevant. And the AI will tell us when it's relevant and if it's relevant. That's it from a demo perspective. I'm happy to answer any questions. Robert, please.
You know what? This is great. I do have a couple of questions that I'm getting is, what's the cost of this service?
Excellent question. So for now, okay, we're running this as a special $100 flat for a whole year. You don't have to stay for a year. There's no contract. You can leave at any point in time. But if you'd stay for a whole year, the price will not go up for 12 months at $100 a month, up to 2,000 leads. Initially, we're thinking of doing this where it's a staggered approach. You bring X number of leads, you pay $100, 500 leads, maybe $300. For now, flat rate, $100 across a whole year, okay? To encourage people to test out the system. We believe in what we do, and we're allowing people to come in at a very low base rate.
So really, it's a way for us agents to take that proverbial stack of cold leads, whether they came to our open house, whether they called off one of our listings or responded to an ad, that maybe there's some phone tag or some not getting the emails, or they're just not motivated. But it's a way to cultivate those cold leads, turn them into warm and hot leads. And you all do this all automated.
Absolutely, completely automatically. Yeah. You don't have to do anything. The only thing you have to do as an agent is two things. Give us your leads, okay? And we're just building integration now with various CRM systems. You'll be able to just click a button, upload these leads, register on the platform, of course, okay? And then listen to your notification on your phone when somebody's hot, okay? It's all you got to do, okay? Fully managed, fully automatic, fully scalable, okay? Because we don't want agents to start learning technologies and become gurus at various systems. We don't want it. We want it to be super easy. Yeah. Low-hanging fruit. Give us your dead leads. Keep your hot to yourself, okay? Pursue them all day long. Keep on pursuing them, and let us tell you when there's more cold leads that become hot leads. Yep. Just imagine, Robert, 1,000 leads that an agent has on average in a year, okay, should turn into, let's say, on a very conservative level, let's say our system doesn't improve anything compared to 1 in 100, doesn't improve anything, okay? At this 1%, 1 in 100, 1,000 leads turn into 10 potential hot leads for you with a very high conversion rate. Why? Because you know that they're hot, you know they're searching, you know what they're searching for, you know properties that meet their needs because we'll tell you, you know how to communicate with them and what time of day. So if you're a good agent, you should be able to very quickly turn these 10 hot leads into 10 clients, okay? Again, we're doing nothing. So suddenly, 10 more deals potentially for you. Now, that's without any improvement. If we improve it, it might be 20 deals, 30 deals, 40 deals out of 1,000 dead leads you haven't done anything with. That's the beauty of it, right? On average, a $10,000 commission for $100 a month. That's if one deal closes out of 1,000 leads. We all know you should be able to close a lot more than 1 in 1,000.
And we all have those proverbial cold leads. And I know that I too have a CRM that I use, but there's always that stack of leads that I have right below my desk right here that they're just people that I just don't want to throw them away. People don't want to throw those away. So you might as well do something with them, stay sticky with them, get in front of them, be top of mind again. And this system is a great way to do it. I had a question here that come up. It's my leads. When I give you my leads and you put them into the system, 2 questions. Do I send it to you in like a CSV file, number 1? Number 2, they're my leads and they're not shared with anybody else, so they're specific to me.
Right. So excellent question. So yes, you can send a CSV file. You can send, you can upload it eventually. We're building right now a way to upload the system without having to export a file. You can just upload it to the system. We'll have some integration with various CRMs. But for now, yeah, you just send us a file, okay? We'll tell you if the file is, okay or not. We'll test it. We'll clean it up. We'll make sure it has emails, names, phone numbers. We'll make sure there's no duplicates. We'll clean those up. We'll make sure that the emails are legit emails. Sometimes people put wrong emails. Sometimes people make mistakes. They give you the wrong phone numbers. We will clean up the list in a very stringent process because we want to make sure that the list doesn't go into spam, the emails don't go into spam, and we can communicate with those people. So we'll eliminate the ones that we can't be nurturing because the emails are wrong, the phones are wrong, whatever it is, or they're duplicates. You had the same person twice, okay? So that's, you give us the file. That's one. The second question is you asked a very important one, which is, are they my leads? They're absolutely your leads. So there's two cases here. One case is Robert gives us his leads. The only person in the system that owns this lead is Robert, okay? Second case might be is Robert gives us the lead, and then Josh gives us the same lead because that lead, was sold to Josh and to Robert, unfortunately. And that's what happens in that case is Josh gets an alert for high intent, and Robert gets an alert for high intent. Whoever acts first and gets that lead converted. We're just replicating the real world. And in the real world, Zillow sells leads to multiple agents. And even if they don't sell it to multiple agents, that person went to Zillow, Redfin, Trulia, and 5 other websites all on the same day and registered, and their name got sold to 7 agents, right? So we're just replicating the real world, and the real world is very much like that. It's sort of who gets there first. Now, the interesting piece here is what happens when you leave. So when you leave, we stop nurturing your leads. We don't touch them anymore, okay? We are deactivating them from our platform. They might be there in the platform, but it's completely deactivated, okay? We're not touching those leads anymore. And from a practical perspective, they're dead to us, unless there comes a time where somebody uploads the same lead, and now we activate them, not for you, but for that other agent who uploaded the same lead.
Sure, which makes perfect sense. Yeah, which makes perfect sense.
Like I could say it at any time, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's great. So, I've been in the business 36 years. Literally, I just celebrated my 36th year in the business. And the one constant is always figuring out a way to follow up with those cold leads. And this looks like that might be the solution, because we're not doing anything with them anyway, because they're just sitting there collecting dust. So now we just give them to you, you nurture them, we stay sticky with them. And this is a great, great idea. In closing, what else would you like to mention to those folks watching? What else would you like to mention to them? What's the call to action?
Yeah, a couple of things. First of all, guys, 30 days, try it for free. Try it. Bring your leads, okay? Try it out, right? Give it a shot. Bring leads. You don't have to bring all your leads. Bring 100, bring 200. The more you bring in, the chances are more will happen, right? But try it out. It's completely free to try it out, right? So A, we'd love for you to try it out. B, even if you don't want to give us your leads, you want to use the system, okay? Try it out and use it. Use it for your own good. Use it with your clients. It's going to help you as an agent just by the fact that it gives special powers that don't exist anywhere else. I've never seen anything like this in the system, okay? Whether it's property analysis like this, whether it's the computer vision search, whether it's the feed page that's very specifically personalized to your specific needs. Never seen anything like this. It's great for buyers, sellers, and agents to help them with growing their business, whether or not you want us to nurture your leads, and that's fine if you don't, okay? There's no rush. You could decide to try it later on. We'd love for you to try it now, because now you're coming in at the very bottom level in terms of pricing. The pricing will change for sure over the next few months as we grab more and more hundreds upon hundreds of agents who are using the system, and eventually that'll drive sort of a price hike. But if you come in now, price is the same. It won't change for 12 months.
Excellent. So with that said, what a great concept for agents, and I hope they take advantage of this, because I certainly am. So my question is what's the call to action? How can somebody get a hold of you? Why don't we go ahead and get that information out? What's the best way for them to take action today?
Yeah, so I think so. There's a few things. We will post on each webinar, like we have here, a link to a landing page that you can come in and register. We'll give you a specific promo code that you get this specific deal I mentioned that allows you to get this 30 days for free and lock in a price for a whole year if you want to. Without those things, you won't get that special price. You won't get the 30 days for free. You come in, you put in a few details, you swipe a card, the card doesn't get charged, it gets charged sort of in the future. You swipe your card, you add a few more things into the platform in terms of license number. We want to make sure real estate agents are the only ones on the platform. You put in your picture. Why? Because we want to make sure we send your picture with the emails, right? We add a few details, and then you're off and running. We ask you for your CSV file, get your leads uploaded, and this is it. Every week we send a report. I didn't do that, but I'll share with you a report So you see what it looks like, just because it's relevant and important. So let me see, where's this report? I apologize, right here. So again, this is just a mock-up. It's not a real report, but it looks exactly this way. Okay, we'll tell you how many leads you've uploaded, how many you've uploaded this week. You can upload things, as they come to you. It doesn't have to be one batch and this is it. You can keep on uploading more and more leads. We'll tell you how many leads we're actually nurturing. Some, I said, might be duplicate. Some may not be nurturable. How many emails we sent or text messages, how many people open them. If we want to show the latest and greatest that what we send in terms of content, you can look at that. How many are sellers? How many are buyers? How many are undefined? What searches they're doing in specific zip codes? Because you want to know if it's in your zip code you're familiar with or not. Okay, can you even service these leads or not? By the way, eventually we'll tell you, look, if you can't service this lead because this lead is out of state or out of town or in different MLS, and you are not able to do that, you can sell that lead, refer that lead to a different agent we can connect you with and get a referral fee, right? So that's there too. How many are low, medium, and high intent? Right? So what time during the day they're most active? How many people want to contact you on a regular basis? So every week you'll get this from us. We're working for you. But we'll have a landing page with all the details, and you can come in and register with a promo code. This is it. Live.ai, literally live.ai. You can check it out. And this is it,
Well, you know what? This has been fantastic. I like the open rate, and that's key. And really being able to track these leads and what searches they're taking on. So it's really just fascinating how this works. And let's say you have cultivated some leads and they want to maybe change to move into Texas or Florida or wherever. We've got agents all over the country. So this is a fantastic way to build that referral source as well. Right. So I appreciate your time today. Yeah.
And one last comment. Look, eventually, this is how I see this. Agents like Robert, who spend many, many, many years and want to retire, okay, and have amassed thousands of leads. They give us all their leads. These leads over time convert at a certain rate. We sell these leads and we give you back 30% referral fee. So at the end of the day, you can sit back and relax, enjoy the leads you've amassed, and get thousands upon thousands of dollars every month. We're doing absolutely nothing because we will sell your leads when they become high intent to people who are willing to buy them, and we'll give you 30% referral fee. From any dollar we bring in the door. And I'll tell you, because we serve these users, buyers and sellers across the journey, we can sell these leads to not just real estate agents. We can sell them to mortgage brokers, insurance agents. We can sell them to movers, decorators, interior designers, remodelers and renovators and contractors. Every one of these folks are buying leads at high intent or looking to buy high intent leads all the time. They're willing to pay for them. We can make money for you as the agent with your leads at any given point in the journey. And every dollar we make, you get 30% at any point in time. So
well, you know what? That's a huge, huge nugget that you just added there. So I appreciate your time today. Thanks for being on. Thanks for explaining this wonderful platform. If there's agents out there that are watching this is a fascinating way, an awesome way to follow up on those leads, those cold leads, turn them into hot leads. And this is the way to do it. Gil, I thank you for your time today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And I hope you try the system out. Please do.
All right. We'll see you later. Bye now.